Hey guys, Monkey here. So, I want to bring you another World of Tanks video. I've got two games coming up for you in this video. Both of them are going to be in the Tier 5 Premium French self-propelled gun, the leFH18B2. These are a couple of games that I played among a series with a friend of mine in the platoon. He was grinding his Type T34, trying to get the XP left for his Tier 6 light tank, trying to get to the 5916. So I figured since we're just playing in a two-man platoon, I'd play some artillery at Tier 5, because I really do enjoy this vehicle, and try and make sure that he had fire support every game, and then see if I can help him get some spotting or tracking assistance damage as well in the process. So you're going to see my perspective of two particularly nice games that I had, where this gun was really behaving itself, and I got some very nice shots and some very nice results, both for myself and the guy that I'm in the platoon with. So here we go. So starting off in Huff in a Tier 5, Tier 6 game. Type T34 is moving up to the hill in the top left hand corner of the map. I'm expecting to run into some company here. We're expecting most of the mediums and then probably their heavy tanks, maybe the KV-1 to come up as well. So looking first at shots to see if we can get anything on these tanks moving up into the corner. Maybe at the P43, maybe at the AMX, maybe at the Type T34. As you can see, not quite able to get shots there. He'd have to come further down and expose himself a bit more for that. Still trying to look for him over the AMX at first. The AMX also in a position where I can't really hit him that well. And then I can see that the Skoda is now moving up, and so is the Type T34. So we're looking for shots on them as they progress. And then here we go, here's a glut of targets at the far corner. So we're aiming for this Thunderbolt, most dangerous tank there at the moment. And there we go, first shot of the game, 432 damage, more than half of the health that Thunderbolt taken off in one shot. So that's probably made him far less confident about side scraping than he was. Another nice hit air into the AMX 12T, it's another Tier 6 tank, taking more than half his health off for 415 damage. Went for the Thunderbolt again, but this one apparently failed to penetrate. I'm not sure how, because HE should always do damage, but there you go. Missed shot at the Type T34, he decided to move just as we fired, and now the KV-1's here, so we're looking for shots at him. However, he manages to back up in time, so the shot misses. Looking for another shot at the Thunderbolt, who's still sitting side scraping. Now the KV-1's backing up to take a shot, so I'm going to re-aim for him instead. Of course, the shot lands a bit too short, so the KV-1 pulled a lot further back than I expected him to, so that shot misses. Trying for the Thunderbolt again, and that one gets a hit. That removes another 185 hit points off him, leaving him on 133. But now I've been told by my teammate that the Skoda and the Type T34 have pushed him onto the corner, so now we're going to try and back him up directly. Try and take out this Skoda first, and there we go, direct hit, takes the Skoda out of the game. It's a rather dangerous auto-loading gun that he's got there, and that's gone. Just missed the Type T34 behind him, however he gets a big hit, I assume from the VK3601H, that nice 18mm gun on that, so he's backing off. Going to try and finish him off with a shot here. Unfortunately that misses, just goes a bit too far in front of him and there's no splash damage there. Thunderbolt, as we can see, is backed off entirely. Type T34 has disappeared, so now we're going to focus on another Tier 6 tank, this time the Firefly 5C. We're going to try and give him some hurt. There we are. Splashed him there for 154 damage and did some critical damage, I assume, to his tracks. Going to try and take out this ELC as well, since they're both putting pressure on the capture circle and we just got 2 hit point Cromwell there. There we are. ELC taken out by STRV M42 Fire Support. Unfortunately, our Cromwell's taken out by their grill. I'm going to try and blind fire the Firefly 5C, although the round goes off, so I didn't hit him directly. That may have caused splash damage. KV-1's back again, so we're going to try and finish him off this time. That one misses by a reasonable distance, although we weren't fully aimed, so I suppose that should be expected. KV-1 pulls up into the corner, so we're still going to try and aim for him just a bit further towards the back of his tank. And there we go, that was a splash for 143 hit points, leaving on 67 health. We know he's still there, so we're going to keep firing even though he's disappeared. And he's been spotted again, and he is really trying to hide his tank, trying to get up as far as he can to that corner and trying to make himself a small target as possible, but I've got a quick reload and plenty of ammunition left, so I'm going to start throwing the proverbial at the wall. Another missed shot there, waiting for the reload. And we're firing again. We are fully aimed, so we're going to fire again. And there we go, direct hit, KV-1 taken out. So that's the top corner completely cleared. We know the next threat is going to be a Firefly 5C still in the capture circle. We've got the IKV, the VK3601, the Panzer 4H, and my platoon mate in the Type T34 still alive who's moving out. So I'm just going to let him know in the voice chat that we're in that I'm aiming for the Firefly 5C in the capture circle because he is putting pressure on the cap timer, and I really don't want them to claw a victory from the jaws of defeat there. So we want to get rid of this Firefly 5C as soon as possible. I'm trying to work out where I think he's going to be in the capture circle. I'm expecting him to still be in this low ground here because it's the lowest possible point in the capture circle, and it gives him the best chance of getting shots back whilst forcing tanks attacking him to expose himself. So I'm just going to aim roughly for the centre of the capture circle, near where he was last spotted. And there he is, a lot further back than I expected him to, and in the open. So there we go, finished him off. Type T-34 my platoon put one shot in, and then I got the rest of his health. And now we're looking for these tank destroyers that have probably been camping in this spot for the entire game, who are now getting pressurised, of course, because we're starting to claw the victory. Splash damage for the last 26 hit points on the M10 RBFM, so that removes him from the game as well. We know there's a PZ SFL 4C nearby, the Toaster of Doom, or the Flak Bus, whichever name you prefer, so we're going to see if he's still nearby and look for him. You can see that an S35 has been spotted by a T-67 off to the right hand side, but it will take me a while to aim over there, and I'm reasonably confident that T-67 can deal with a fixed gun tank destroyer of the S35CA. However, the PZSFL appears and kills the Type T-67, so we're now going to look for shots at the PZSFL. Aimed far too short there, that was always going to miss. But we're going to try and adjust for a second shot. That one we're firing blind, but that one goes too high and misses. Potential for splash damage if he was a bit closer, but unfortunately not. So we're going to try and go for a third shot this time. That one unfortunately falls short and hits the side of the hill, and we don't get to claim the kill of the PZSFL, who is killed by the RKV-65. S35CA been spotted again, he's reversing slowly. Unfortunately our shot misses. Type T-34 puts one into him, and then a second into him to finish him off. I actually think the game's over here. I don't realise that the grill is still there until he ends one platoon mate, and then I realise actually there's still a tank left. I'm asking him to tell me where the grill is and where he was shot from, and he's telling me that he's camping in the back corner of the map around the A90 area. So I'm going to try and see if I can aim out there. Having to drive closer though because I don't have enough range with this gun from the position I was in to actually hit that corner of the map. So I'm basically trying to drive in this view, and there you are, you can see pings A9. So we're looking somewhere in this area for the last remaining artillery. I'm just trying to drive forward as best I can in third person view, or third person view in top down view at the moment by looking at the tactical map, but I swap here just to make sure I line myself up with that gap properly. Gorilla spotted. I'm going to have to try and take a Hail Mary shot here because I know I'm not going to get a chance to fully aim. Unfortunately the shot misses, and he's taken out by the RKV-65 too, which brings an end to this game and a victory for our team. Right, that's game number 1 over. Let's move on to game number 2, and then we can take a look at the post-game stats for both games afterwards. And so here we are, game number 2. This time we're on Fjords, and we are top tier. This is a tier 5, tier 4 game. This is one of only 2 games where we were top tier out of the, I believe, 8 or 9 or 10 that myself and my platoon mate played with the Type T-34 before he finally managed to research his 5916 and move up to tier 6. So, as you can see, got a pretty nice matchup. I'm just trying to move out into the best artillery position I can take up, which allows me to cover most of the map, especially the heavy tank corner that's normally quite heavily contested, and then also allows me to cover the field in the centre as well. So just moving into position here, and a Lux gets spotted taking the hill very early on. I'm going to just have a look and see if I can get a shot in on him. I know he's going to be doing quite a lot moving around, and this is the best shot I'm going to get. And there we go, first shot of the game, direct hit on the Lux, penetrates his rear armour and takes him out, all 340 hit points. So we know that Lux will never decide to camp again. Now we're looking for a couple of guys that got spotted in the pass between the 2 mountains there. You can see there was a T40 that was spotted, an M4. We also believe there's KV-1 there, and there was another tank with him as well. T40 gets spotted yet again, as does the M4. We're looking at a shot for this T40. M4 gets taken out. The first shot away at the T40. And there we go, another direct hit, full health, 275 damage. Make sure that T40 stops camping. Now looking for a shot of the M3 Lee that's advancing up. And we get him for his 24 assistance damage. We take off his track. We don't manage to kill him as the M8A1 picks that up. Now I've got the M10 RBFM moving up. First shot at him unfortunately misses. It lands in front of his vehicle as he was reversing, so we're going to try and aim for a second shot. We can see he's got the rock just behind him as cover, so we're going to aim pretty much in line with that instead of directly at him, because that's probably where he's going to back up into. You can see him now, he's driving forward actually. He drives forward into the rock cover rather than pass it onto the path, so that shot misses. But we know roughly where he's going to be sat, so I'm just zooming in here with the camera to try and put blind fire shots into where I think he currently is. We can see that one doesn't go off, so that means that shot was a direct hit on the M10, but this M8 gets lit up, so we're going to try and take a look at him. Fully aim shot at the M10, see if we can hit him. Fortunately it misses, it goes slightly in front of his vehicle and he reverses in a very awkward angle, so gets away with that. And we can see we did hit the M10, he's on 56 hit points left, so we're going to fire a couple more shots at him to see if we can finish him off. Leopard very quickly gets taken out by the guys at the top of the map, which is where my platoon mate in the Type T-34 is set. And there we go, shot into the M10 RBFM finishes off blind fire for 56 hit points, so the M10 RBFM is taken out. We're going to take a shot blind at the M8A1. Don't quite see if that hits, because I'm now looking up at this P43, because he is pushing up into my teammate. See the M8A1 reveals his position by firing at them as well, so we're going to look back here. We can see our platoon mate in the Type T-34 is shooting at him, so we're going to try and help him out. Fortunately the shot misses, blinded the M8A1, who was probably still reversing at that point and gone past the shot. You can see a B1 has appeared up at the top corner as well, so we're going to try and aim for a shot at him. And of course, just as we fire, he starts reversing, so that fully aimed shot misses, landing in front of his vehicle. We can assume that he is still reversing, however, so we're going to take another blind shot here, I think. Or we're not. No, we can see our allies are pushing forward, so we're going to wait till he gets spotted. And there he is. Speculative shot here. Fortunately lands forward of his tank, just does some critical module damage, but doesn't do any hit point damage. RKV-103 is spotted on top of the mound, having fired at my platoon mate. Our shot unfortunately misses, but someone else does connect. The RKV is deciding that he's going to sit there for probably a bit too longer than he should, so he takes another shot in from our team. Going to keep trying blind firing him, although we see this tree fall here, which indicates our blind fire shot has missed, so we're now going to try and adjust for where I think he's going. Now we're just waiting for teammates to move up and see if we can spot anything. I'm just turning my hull there so I can get a better gun arc for these targets, since we're approaching the limit of my traverse angle from where I was currently positioned. And the RKV gets spotted again, and he's killed before we can fire the shot. So now we're just looking to see if this M8A1 appears and we can get a chance to shoot at him. Unfortunately he is far closer to my position than I thought he would be, so I'm going to have to readjust my aim. That shot takes out the building next to him and doesn't hit him directly. You can see he's taking a lot of incoming fire and he's taking some damage there. And that shot unfortunately arrives just a bit too late as my platoon mate in the T-34 picks him up. There we are, win number 2. Let's move on to the post-game stats. And so from that first match on El Haluf in the Tier 6 game, we can see that we earned 47,275 credits, at least that's how much we had coming in. That doesn't take into account how much we lost in terms of resupply. We had 12,914 experience with the bonus applied, and we got 1 bond. That was a Mastery First Class for that game. Let's move on. We can see that in total we did 1,941 damage, so we did get some blind fire damage in there. We picked up 4 kills and we got 816 base experience, which makes us top of the team for both damage and experience in that game. And on the detail report we can see that we fired 26 shots, of which 9 were direct hits and 4 penetrated, and we had a total of 10 shots of splash damage. See their total damage count of 1,941. And we can see that we made a tidy profit of 23,000, taking into account the resupply of the consumables and the resupply of the ammunition. And then we can see the experience total there. Received at 1,224 maximum, and then we got, for completing the mission and events, we got a further 11,000, and then a bit extra for bonus of premium vehicle tier and for playing in a platoon. So on game number 2 on Fjords, we can see that there we got 29,742 credits and 7,807 experience with the bonus applied. Got Mastery Badge 3rd class in that game. And then we can see that we did a total of 827 damage in that game for 3 kills and 493 base experience, which I believe put us 3rd on the team for experience, and I think 2nd on the team in terms of damage, coming just behind the M8A1, who took 1st place on both damage and experience. We see our platoon mate there did 526 damage, got a bit more experience than us, probably from his spotting and assistance and tracking damage, and picked up 4 kills. At the end of that game we can see that we fired 18 shots, of which 4 were direct hits and 2 were penetrations. We got a total of 7 shots of splash damage. We did a total of 827 damage in total. And you can see that after that game was over with resupply of ammunition consumables, we only made 7,000 credits profit. And we can see our bonus, we see experience down there, earned for the battle of 740. Reward for the missions and events was 6,660, and a little bit extra for playing in the premium vehicle tier and for playing in a platoon. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. And as always, we'll see you all next time.